Welcome back to my channel. So today is the last, preparation video about talking about what I've tried to influence and control into the IRONMAN 7.3 World Championships. So today we're actually going to talk about fueling. Not that I've changed it much, but I've just adapted it using data and tried to sort of play around with it to make sure that when I come off the bike, I'm not feeling this like, meh, feeling. So I'm going to talk through what I've changed and how I've come to this conclusion. To start off, just as a sort of what the data I'm using Supersapiens, using the patch. I started working for them in January this year and then finished working for them in August. So I've had quite a lot of experience and luckily access to their science team to really understand the product and really work out how I can interpret the data and then adapt it a bit. So that's sort of been the data that I've been using, and then obviously I've been using science and sport products to really then adapt that and really try and retest the whole plan and see what really works. So it all goes back to in Les Sables. I was wearing a Supersapiens patch, a biosensor, and again, as I said in my last video, I'm getting off the bike, I'm feeling just like, meh, just not feel like I'm running to my potential, not feel like I'm running to my training, and end of the day, I just feel like I'm surviving, just trying to get through it from like 5k in, if not straight off the bike. I just have no jazz. Was that a word? No explosive energy. There we go. And not that I will, just on 2 hour, whatever bike. But anyway, so I was looking at the data, and really interestingly, the start off, it's high, I'm holding my glucose high and stable. And then at the end of the bike, it starts tailing off before it drops when I start running, to then build back up as I build into the run, which sort of makes sense because usually it happened in Dresden as well, I wasn't actually wearing a biosensor then, I'd run out, annoying me. I'd get 5k in and be like, oh, I can't do this, and it happened in the SAB, and then I sort of come out of it again and almost feel better, like 10 to 15k, and then it's like 5k from home, get it done, 6k from home, but whatever. So I've tried to really play with it and see how I can adapt it in training and really see what I can do. So this is how I started out fueling. So always have that pre-swim gel, then I'd just stick to gels on the bike, which ends up, I think, being, that's 200 grams for, let's say 2.4 hours, which makes it easy mass, which gets it around just about 80 grams an hour, which is not bad. And then onto the run, that's what I always do. The run, I'm not too, caught up on the run because I also use Coke on course, and so there's always access to that. And as long as I was getting my energy levels back up on the run, so it's sort of how I start the run better. And then so now I've switched around by being in training is actually not only bumped up the fueling on the bike, so I've actually bumped up to 100 grams of carbs an hour. As I said, using 2.4 is sort of a gauge, obviously a bit higher if it's a bit shorter, a bit lower if it's a tiny bit longer. It's just got to ride harder to get 2.4 hours. It gets to, just over 100. So what I'm doing now is 2 actual beta drinks. I'm actually splitting up the caffeine a bit more to try and really dose it in. So that makes 2 times 22 grams. And then another beta fuel gel, which is 40 grams, so that gets me to my total. This seems to hold my glucose a bit higher in training and doesn't have any drops when I've done a few brick sessions, as shown by the Supersapiens data. So yeah, I'm excited to try out on race day and really see what it does and feels like. As I said, in training, it's been good. I had a good brick session the other day, did exactly what I need to, and held it a bit more stable, a bit higher, so that's good. And yeah, give it a go. As I said, I'm at this point where I've just tried to dot every I and cross every T. So fueling is a big factor in it. We all know that, and bumping it up a bit and making it a bit more personal to me. Hopefully, it just gives me just a bit of a different feel. At the end of the day, it is on feel. That's what I've learned with Supersapiens. It's on feel. Yes, the data might say this, but actually, how does it feel? And if it correlates with feeling bad, how can I then bump it up to feel better or change it to feel better? So yeah, so I'm going to go with that approach. We'll see what happens. And yeah, just sort of excited to sort of put this all together, as I feel like I've, on purposely, since I qualified, tried to take apart a lot of my performance, use objective measures, use feel, use subjective, and then piece it back together to get, as I said before, when I said it over and over again, my best race this season, and just be happy that I've controlled what I can control, and then you can't do anything else. Like, I just got to press play on race day and go for it. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. And yeah, we'll go from there.